Hello ladies and gentlemen, in this video we will discuss about current affairs that recently Arvind Kejriwal has said that can we stop trade with China, and if we would stop a trade with China, then definitely it would going to be basically create job opportunities in manufacturing sector and can also basically give a lesson to China. We also know that we have a trade deficit with China. In the last year, we have a trade deficit of $73 billion. In this year also, maybe it would be of $75 billion. And we also know that after Galwan Valley incident, our trade deficit basically went to the recorded high, and we were hoping that it would be less after the Galwan Valley incident. So these kind of data basically gives a assurance to China that whatever they do, it would not affect their exports. So the question arises, can we do a trade ban? So the answer is yes, we can do it. There is no law which can stop us from doing that. As we also know that recently Pakistan has did a trade ban with India, but their trade ban is quite different. They basically import medicines from us, but they did not import other goods from us, so their trade ban is quite different. So we can so the idea comes, is there any country who have given an idea of trade ban? So yeah, US during the Donald Trump government, basically Donald Trump has given idea of decoupling plan. He have done a trade war with China, so he have given a idea of decoupling plan. So by that plan, they would basically stop its dependency on China, and basically continue reduce their trade with China, and after a certain point it would basically stop a trade with China. So in US there are two kinds of ideology. Basically Trump support decoupling plan, where Joe Biden don't support the decoupling plan. Joe Biden says that definitely we should reduce our dependency on China, but we can't stop a trade with China. And by seeing the statement of decoupling plan, that we should like US says that we should follow the decoupling plans, then China gets nervous. We also know that Japan has also given that idea that we should also do a decoupling plan from China, but that statement gives China nervousness, and so China basically we see that China gives a statement that if Japan will do a decoupling plan, then definitely they would suffer a lot. So this kind of statement comes when China becomes nervous in terms of decoupling plan. So we also know that we import many of the things with China. Definitely there are many of the smartphones which we do import with China, as they basically becomes cheap. We also know that the smartphone which are basically less than 15,000, we basically many of the Indians uses these smartphones, as they give some many more features to Indian people. And we also know that there are many of the things of China that are very cheap, so we basically import these kind of things, and Indian people basically uses these kind of things. We also know that API, that is active pharmaceutical ingredient, that is the most important ingredients, we basically imported from China. So we also imported recently nuclear reactors, boilers and machinery that costed $18 billion. So we basically import a lot of things from China. But yeah, we should reduce it and become self-reliant. We recently know that we have stopped our dependency on China in terms of fertilizers. We basically started importing it from China. We started importing it from Russia. So we are doing it, and we can also basically all the state government and political parties should basically recoil the idea of decoupling plan, and the state government can make a decoupling plan and can implement in their state. So in this way we can basically stop our dependency on China, and we can also synchronize with US and Japan to basically put a pressure on China, and we can adopt a decoupling plan. Thank you.